I am Vinnie Tortorich, folks. Your good intentions have been stolen, but don't worry. I'm here to, what am I here to do? Help you figure it out. I can't even remember.
Back.
I can't get it back.
You're here to help him get him back.
That's when I go, ah. You may be soft and succulent at the beginning of this process, but hang in there. Before long, you will be lean and mean, guaranteed. It's the Wednesday show. You know what that means. It's the one where we bring in the woman whose voice she's already helped me out once today. You just heard it. The beautiful Miss Gina Grad. How you doing, Pumpkin?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wonderful. By the way, I have to tell you, you know how I can't remember exactly how it goes. I just remembered it when people say when you're on a diet or, when you're working, actively to get yourself back on track, the first thing is you notice or you feel better and then you notice and then other people notice. I think that's how they say it. Well, I was video chatting a friend of mine who I hadn't seen in a while. And the first thing she said was, your face is just looking so narrow and so much thinner. And, what are you doing? And I told her, and I was like, oh, now we're at the point of other people noticing. So I very much appreciated that.
There was a comedian who had a great routine, and I wish I could remember. Let me see if I can find it.
Give me a hint. I could probably tell you. He's looking it up. I can tell.
All right, let's
tapping away on the keyboard.
It's Pete Lee. I knew I could find it. Let me see if I can pull this up.
Okay, I want to hear this.
Oh, my buddy Robert Kelly came up first. Do you don't know Robert Kelly, do you? Pete Lee had a joke where you go, oh, don't cry. Like he goes, I broke up with my girlfriend and she started crying. So I said, oh, don't cry. You look fat when you cry. God. I was trying to find it because it's funny.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Well, you're going to have to do something that compromises your health today, and you're doing it for science. Now, your silence, by the way, was deafening when I gave you some suggestions on what we call this segment, and you did not reply. It was deafening that you hated my suggestions, but I'm going to say them anyway.
Go on.
I want it because I love Jesus.
An alliteration.
Thank you.
They look like alliterations that you sent.
Yes, I love alliteration. I wanted to be Vinnie vets the vittles. So this either gets Vinnie vets the vittle, Vinnie does not vet the vittle. And so far, you have not vetted any vittles.
I was thinking maybe just Vinnie's vittles.
Yep.
That kind of, when I saw your suggestions, I went, Vinnie's vittles.
Vinnie's vittles. And then at the end, we go, do you vet the vittle or do you not vet the vittle?
I used to do a thing on my radio show called Little Known and Even Less Cared For Fitness Facts. I was trying to come up with something with that. I can't figure it. It's going to happen.
It's a work in progress, everybody, but I may refer to it, and that's why.
So today we have this.
Yeah. So I tried every other week. I tried to do something sweet, and every other week after that, I try to do something savory. Today, he has the universally loved candy, the Twix. Now, the Twix is perfection for many reasons.
Mm-hmm.
It mouthfeel, variety. It has the chocolate, it has the cookie, it has the caramel. I'm not a sweets person, but around Halloween, when the little one comes home with candy, I'll root through and find myself a Twix. I think everybody, yes, are they very sweet? Yes, they're very, very, very sweet. But everybody loves Twix. I don't know anyone. It's not like, well, do you like a Mars bar or do you like a paint? No. Everybody loves Twix. So, Vinnie, I'm begging you, and I know you will, you have to be honest. If you love it, you have to tell us you love it. If you don't, well, that won't shock me either.
All right. So, first off, do you think I've ever tried a Twix? Now, remember,
yes. So everybody in their life has tried a Twix.
I have had a Twix.
Oh, thank God.
I can't remember when, but I've had a Twix.
Oh, God. But the packaging looks familiar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had a Twix. Now, I do know that Serena, she's been wanting to eat this for 3 days, has been sitting out on the counter. And she's like, because Serena, this is her candy.
Yeah. Thank you. This is everybody. Everybody loves Twix.
Now, here's the deal. I like, I'm a sugarholic. That's why I just don't eat sugar. I just stay away from it because I can't stop when I start.
Uh-oh.
But here's the deal. I don't normally eat these kind of, and this is going to make me sound hoity-toity, but if I'm going to have chocolate or something, or any kind of sweets, I want gelato.
Oh,
right?
sure.
I
From
want
the source.
I want homemade pecan pie. I want red velvet cake. Right? And
I
look,
get it.
again, I'm not hoity-toity. I'm going to tell you one of my favorite desserts. I would have it for 2 or 3 years. I had it on my birthday. Got sick every time because you can't stop eating it until it's done.
What?
It's over at Cheesecake Factory, and it's called the red velvet cheesecake.
Wait, the size of one piece of cheesecake at Cheesecake Factory is like a brick, like a full brick.
Yeah, no, but I wouldn't eat the whole thing. Like Serena and me and whoever, everybody's got a fork at the table.
Okay, so
But
we
it's
know
so
it's not like you don't know what sweet things taste like.
I know what sweet things are because that's why I stay away from sweet, and that's why I have this big cup of espresso here, because this is how I break it. Right, I break it by having this. Right,
so it's not the sugar isn't lingering in your mouth on your taste.
Yeah, I don't want. Once I take a bite of this, I'm gonna throw it across my desk so I can't reach for it.
Okay.
For the rest of the podcast, and when I'm done, I'm gonna go upstairs and hand it to Serena.
Wow.
She's been wanting this bar for a couple of days.
Now it's funny too, because you're talking about homemade stuff and gelato straight from Italy and all these wonderful things. The mac and cheese, the Twix, the things that you've tried so far, these are what a lot of us would refer to as slutty foods. This is quick and dirty. It hits that cocaine receptor in your brain. It's cheap. It's everywhere. This is not for the gourmet. This is just delicious candy.
Let me try it because it has been years. Because when I have chocolate, it's the hoity-toity. I'm going to be honest, because
a Toblerone.
No, that's not even that's.
Oh God.
For me, it's got to be like the British version of Cadbury.
Now,
which is not the same as American.
I have been told that British candy makes American candy taste like garbage right out of the trash can.
Nestle's there is not Nestle's here.
Because I believe it's because they don't use corn syrup and we do.
That, and there's 2 or 3 other things. Number one, the Germans, the Italians, the British, the Swiss, they won't stand for it. They just won't. I'm not kidding. If you find yourself in a Zermatt airport, just walk up and buy a piece of chocolate anywhere.
And it's like heaven.
It's like going to Mrs. C's. You know how good Mrs. C's is?
Please. The best.
Okay, it's like that. You see, if I was going to have chocolate, if I was going to go off the rails, I would go over to Mrs. C's.
My confidence in you liking this is starting to dwindle. But remember, this is all the stuff that us good old American kids in the heartland and everywhere else grew up on and thought was the greatest taste in the world. Okay,
now I'm going to tell you, when it comes to slutty chocolate like this, it's probably made by the same company. What do you think my candy bar of choice was?
Snickers?
Snickers. You got it. On the first test.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. If I was going to have anything, it was going to be a Snickers bar. Period.
And those are great. And everybody, I love that you understand that Snickers is like really good. But this is even dirtier. This has caramel and cookies.
Well, Snickers does too.
Yeah. I don't know. This is worse.
Okay. All right. First thing, pulling this out of the package. Just open the package. It's got chalk. Some kind of chalk. You see, look at this.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I bought this from the grocery store, like from the checkout aisle 2 days ago.
Well, when dog poop has white on it, it's fine. I think it's like I think it probably is some sort of waxy coating.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. It probably got hot and got cold. And
there you go.
Because we don't turn the heat off downstairs at night. So it was probably in the kitchen all night. So I'm going to break it.
I'm sure it's fine. Break me off a piece of that. Oh, that's Twix. There we Kit Kat.
Uh,
Tell us about the pull that you just experienced.
I did love the poll because it is like it's nougat or
Caramely something.
yes, caramely. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and take a bite of this.
Just take a bite. Here he goes. Ooh, that was a good sized bite. He's chewing. I think I saw a head nod. Hard to tell. He could have just been choking it back. Oh, now he's making a face. He doesn't know what to do face. Okay. Why is he giggling? What is happening?
Because I'm trying to get it. The caramel is. I got it.
It's a little sticky.
Drink a little. No, I don't want to lose the taste. I'm not going to drink my coffee.
Okay. Yeah. Don't drink anything.
Okay. I get it.
Finally.
The mouthfeel I get.
Yeah.
You
The
get
cookie.
you get the caramel with the crunchy. That kind of thing worked. It worked really well for me.
Yeah.
The chocolate on the outside was just so cheap. It ruined. They ruined Auschwitz for me.
Oh my God.
You know that old saying, right?
I've heard it. You think I grew up the way I grew up and didn't hear that?
I got to tell you, it's sweet. And if I didn't put it away, I would probably finish this because it's sweet. But
right.
Again, see, now I'm getting that weird after thing.
That coating again.
It's on everything.
My God.
This does not, you see, this doesn't do, like if I had myself like a real milk chocolate bar from, I feel like Gwyneth Paltrow. It's like, oh, the stuff in Europe is so much better. She's not wrong. This is not Mrs. C's.
No, but it's slutty fantastic.
And again, I have the one little bite. Look, you can see how much is missing. Here's. I broke this bar in half.
Yep.
And that you see how big of a bite I took out of this one.
Yep. A nice size.
I have this taste in my mouth. I can't imagine Serena's going to eat this whole thing.
What? When you say whole thing, you're talking about one stick.
There's 2 sticks in there.
Yeah.
Total.
When the rest of us say a whole thing, we're talking about everything that comes in the package.
I did notice that every candy on the candy thing, when I went to get it, had a supersized version of it. In other words,
yes,
there was a Twix thing that was twice as long as this that was there. And it said on the packaging, you get 4 sticks.
Yeah, like king size.
Yeah, probably said king size or something like that. And every other candy was supersized or king sized in some way, shape, or form, not helping the cause.
Yeah.
Gina, can you read what's in here? Do you have that pulled
I
up?
have it. I mean, I don't think we're going to be shocked at what's in a candy bar, but let's talk about it. First ingredient. Oh, excuse me. Milk chocolate, sugar, cocoa butter, chocolate, skim milk, lactose, milk fat, soy lecithin, PGPR, artificial flavors. Then enriched wheat flour, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, sugar, palm oil, corn syrup, skim milk, dextrose, and soy lecithin, baking soda, artificial flavor.
Okay, so a chemical shitstorm. Let me guess. In a bar that size, I'm going to guess the total carbohydrates because I can't see it. It's written in Mylar, and I can't really. Don't tell me yet. Let me guess. It's going to be higher than I thought from the stuff you just said. I'm going to go super high. I'm going to go like super duper high. Do you have it pulled up? Do you have it
for carbs?
Carbs, total carbs.
Yes, amount per serving. I think it's 1 stick per serving.
All right, so I'm gonna say the whole package.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess the whole package has 35 grams of carbohydrates from the sticky mess I just ate.
I feel like I need to reconfirm this because this can't be for 1 stick. This would be insane. It says 28.7 grams.
This package is not that heavy. I mean, let me see if I can. Let me put my light on it and see if I can.
I'm going. Hold on. Now I checked a different source. Oh, that's a Snickers. Sorry, I really want to double
Okay, wait,
check this.
Gina. It says in my thing, serving size 2 cookies.
Oh,
So
thank
in this
God.
package, this is a serving.
Okay, so that is where did it just go? Did I say 28 27.5?
It says 35 on mine.
Oh, okay. I believe
No, it
that.
says 34. I said 35. Total carbs on this is 34.
Yeah, this must be the diet pack that I'm looking at. It says Twix bar. Oh, you know what though? It goes by size. Remember, it could be fun size, which is small, regular,
Ah,
or super size. So the one I pulled up says 28.7, which is an odd amount. So that might be for a fun size.
let me give you guys an idea. All right, this weighs almost nothing, this package.
Yeah.
I've taken one bite out of it, but there's as much sugar in this as is in a 12-ounce Coke. Right here. So when you sit there and go, oh, it's just one Twix bar. Come on, Vinnie, one Twix bar. Oh, Jesus Christ. So just that one little bite that didn't taste good to me probably had, you know, let's call it 8 grams of carbohydrates. I mean, that's probably more carbs than I had all day.
I'm looking at one right here. It is the 1.78 ounces. So I'm assuming that's what you have. It says total carbs for 2 cookie bars, 37 grams of carbs, and then sugar, 27 grams.
Yeah. So
And sodium, 115 milligrams.
we don't care about that.
Okay.
But think about it. Out of the 35 grams, 28 of them, 28 grams are sugar, just straight sugar. And when people go, well, come on, they say we eat somewhere between 185 pounds and 350 pounds of sugar per person per year. That candy bar right there, the thing, the mac and cheese from last week had, what did we say, 40 grams of carbs?
Yeah, something like
and that much mac and cheese.
It was like, 2.5 inches tall of mac and cheese.
It's not even 2.5. It's about 1.5 inches.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
It's not 2.5 inches. That whole package is not 2.5 inches. That's 2-inch package, and it was half filled. That's what you have to look at. When I do these consults and people say to me, oh, it was just a little bit, or I just had a couple of it, you don't understand. I just do. When I start hearing just this, and it's just a little bit, and there's a couple of, and you don't understand, I do understand. I understand that it all adds up. And your liver is a meritocracy. You can lie to yourself, but your liver's keeping actual score.
Right.
Right. You could sit there and say, well, the ref should have thrown the yellow flag on that instant replay, and they send it up to New York. And you go, well, they wouldn't have had those 2 scores if they wouldn't have cheated and the whole thing. Guess what? The scoreboard is the scoreboard. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's just the way life works. And your liver takes no prisoners. It's the world's biggest gangster. It don't give a shit. You put it in, liver's going to process it, and your brain's going to send a message down to do something with it. It's just how it works. And when people tell me, look, I had a woman, I'm not going to mention her name, Jen, original Jen. She wasn't losing weight. She had a lot of weight to lose. And she started stalling out right at around 65 or 70 pounds. I got on the phone with her. Said, Jen, let's get on the phone. The first week, 7 pounds. Second week, 4 pounds. Okay. You see, you're doing, if you're not losing weight, it's not anything else. It's not working for you. You're not working it.
Right.
I sound like AA.
I know. You sound like you're in the program.
Yeah. But
and I'm so glad you said that, because what I always wonder, and I was just thinking this morning, when I have friends and I see food bloggers and I people in my personal life that say, you've got to try this. I made a keto birthday cake. You would not be able to tell the difference. It is so amazing. It's so good. And I'm like, well, I got to try this. A keto birthday cake. Oh my God, it's really sweet and it's really good. What are you using? It's keto? Yes. Monk fruit, agave, honey. And I was like, wait a second. I don't eat, I'm not supposed to have any of those. No,
That's
no,
all
no, it's
sugar.
keto. It's keto.
Yeah. Look, it's all BS. It's all BS. You know, honey is honey. Honey is sugar. And if you think look, you know, I'm glad more and more people are doing these things where they have these constant, you know, continuous glucose monitors, you know,
Right.
CGMs. Turn that CGM on, have some honey, wait a few minutes. You tell me. You tell me.
And
That's
for
what it is.
all of us that are in that community, do the same thing with powdered monk fruit.
Yeah. Monk fruit is sugar. Agave is sugar. It's all sugar. Bottom line, it all works the same way. That's why they don't invite me to these. They don't like inviting me to these KetoCons and all this anymore. By the way, folks, Anna and I will not be at KetoCon in April. Do not buy a ticket because you want to meet us. We're not going to be there. We were not invited back.
What?
No, I love Robin. You know, they move on. We were just there a couple of months ago.
Okay.
I love Robin, love the organization. They help a ton of people. But a lot of people have been saying online, hey, can't wait to see you at KetoCon.
Mm.
We're not there. So if you're buying a ticket to specifically meet me or Anna, do not buy a ticket to meet us. Now, if you want to go to see all these other fabulous people, that's up to you. They're not as fabulous as we are, but that's neither here nor there. But a lot of these places have gotten tired of me, and some of them pulled me aside and said, hey, can you take it easy on saying that? Because what they do is they have, you know, the hall, right?
Yep.
Where everyone's selling their crap.
Yep.
Keto this, keto that, no sugar, sugarless, blah, 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 blah. And then I walk up on stage and go, all that shit out there, don't eat it.
Gee, I wonder why they
Bullshit.
didn't want you back.
I'm not going to lie to people. I'm not here to placate. Just not going to lie. That's not what I do. You know, I mean, yeah, look, it would be like if, what's his name? Dave Ramsey gets invited to go speak at a thing, right? And out in the hall, everybody's got a booth saying, hey, you know, you could get loans. We'll give you low interest loans for your business. Look, Dave Ramsey doesn't believe in loans. I don't believe in loans. You know, short term if you need to get over something, but I don't believe in, you want to buy a car, buy it with the cash you have.
Right.
Oh, I don't have that kind of cash. Guess what? You can't afford a car.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just telling you what it is. Well, how do you do it, Mr. Rich Guy? No, I was doing it when I was Mr. Poor Guy. I'm still Mr. Poor Guy. The way you do it is you buy a car, your first car, you buy that on time, right? You're buying a car and you're buying the money.
Right.
Right? You keep driving said car until you pay it off. As a matter of fact, if you have yourself a simple interest loan, you could pay double notes, pay it in less than half the time, and there's no prepayment penalty. It's just the way it works. Except now, every month after that car is paid off, most people pay a car off and go, all right, listen, what else is out there?
Next car.
Need a new car. No. Now you start yourself a little savings account, put money in that every month. You just keep making a payment
To yourself.
And
Such
that
a
thing
great
is making
idea.
interest. And now when your car becomes a jalopy and you need something that works, you go take one big lump sum, you buy the car that you can afford. And people would say, yeah, but Vin, you can afford a lot more car if you buy it on time. No. You can't afford it if you have to buy it on time. I've already given you one out. I'm going to give you two because you're going to go through life buying money. You're buying money. That's the stupidest thing you can do. That's why Dave Ramsey, people go, oh, you're like the Dave Ramsey of fitness. Dave Ramsey would walk up on that stage and go, all these guys trying to sell you a loan out there, don't listen to them. I'm going to do the same thing when I go to KetoCon. It's just what I'm going to do. I'm not going to lie to people. They didn't come there for me to lie to them.
Right.
They came for the truth. Does that make sense?
Of course. You're not going to tell them that, what's it called? That that sugar substitute that makes me literally rips my insides out.
Erythritol.
Yes, that eat all the erythritol from all the booths that you can get. You'll be fine. Give it a half hour, you won't know the difference.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll wipe you out. It'll be like you know, you did a colonic or whatever. Look, I'm not going to lie to people. I haven't done it so far. I'm not going to start. So if people don't like what I have to say, move on. Move on. Someone else will lie to you. If you need to be lied to, someone else is more than willing to lie to you. Just can't do it here.
And
Right?
that's what I think people love and respect about you. I know it's what I do, is that you're a very, very honest person, but you're not a bully. Because so many people say, what? You need to lose weight. I'm just being honest. What? I'm just being honest. You got too fat. I'm just being honest. And that is the best way to get anybody right back to the comfort food that makes them feel better because somebody just made them feel like shit.
Right.
So not only are you honest, but you're not a bully. And I think people really respond to and appreciate that.
Well, thanks, Gina. Let's do one quick. Do you have a quickie that we can do before we get out
I
of here?
do. And maybe this is something we can expand on another time. I'm not going to give out this person's name, but I will tell you that I'm looking at it right here on my phone. I get, Instagram gives you all these suggestions of people to follow. And I was mesmerized by this person who is a raw vegan. And he does these videos on what he eats in a day. On the Adam Carolla show, we always wanted to know breakfast, lunch, dinner, what do you eat? And I stopped, excuse me, I stopped my tracks, and I'll show you on the screen right here. His breakfast consists of, every day, 14 mandarin oranges. That's breakfast. Lunch, 6 bananas, 2 pears, kale, and hemp seed. And then dinner is just a bunch of salad, vegetables with a walnut dressing. But I couldn't stop thinking about how breakfast was 14 mandarin oranges. I said he can't eat that every day, and that was true. Another breakfast he has is 2 mangoes, 3 bananas, 2 passion fruits, and then cabbage and kale, but those look more like a garnish at a diner. And I started thinking about you because I thought, well, first of all, the 14 oranges that's insane to me. But you said if you're going to eat fruit, the worst offender of all of them, island fruits, the highest sugar content. And this guy's having 2 mangoes, 3 bananas, and 2 passion fruits when he's not having 14 mandarin oranges for breakfast.
All of it is nuts. There was a guy, this is one of the most famous shows I've done. It was one of the first 15 or 20 shows we did. There was a guy who was a fruitarian. Mm-hmm. And he was on, I'm watching Sanjay Gupta. And this guy, Sanjay has him on. Now, this is back when Sanjay was trying to become the Surgeon General.
Ah, for real he was?
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
I didn't realize that.
So he, there's guys on the show, and the chyron underneath said that he eats 25 pounds of vegetation per day. This guy weighed about 145 pounds. He's one of those guys that don't gain weight from eating all this stuff.
Sure.
It's like a small percentage of the population that can do that.
Yep, not
and
one of them.
He was also an ultra runner and did quite well as an ultra runner. He, not too shabby, but it said 25 pounds of raw fruit a day. It was fruitarian. I was like, wait a minute. This guy weighs about 145 pounds. I used to have a horse. That horse weighed 1,400 pounds, 10 times as much. I wonder how much vegetation my horse used to eat in a day. So I looked it up. Horse eats about 18 pounds of vegetation in a day. So now I'm infinitely curious about this.
And is 10 times heavier than the guy.
Yeah. One weighs 140, the other one weighs 1,400. Do the math.
Right.
10 times. So we found this guy and brought him on the show. I said, hey, Sanjay Gupta had you on the show. I'm shocked that he didn't question you 25 pounds. I mean, they put a chyron underneath. Wouldn't a guy that wants to be the Surgeon General say maybe that's too much? And he goes, yeah, Sanjay got that wrong. And I was like, thank God. Can you please tell us what the truth is. And folks, I just ran this as a best of about 3 or 4 months ago. We should just run it once every couple of months. Maybe when I go to LA next month, in the middle of this month, I might run it as a best of. He goes, yeah, no, it's not 25 pounds. It's 50 pounds. Are you 50 pounds?
Come on.
So now I have other questions.
50 pounds a day.
Do you have a job? Or do you just sit home, or you
on the toilet
wealthy? And when you're not running, I said, by the way, and I said, I'm not saying this in any pejorative way, which I was. I said, my horse can eat and crap at the same time. Are you doing the same thing? Because, when do you got to crap all this fiber out? I mean, 50 pounds a day. And I said, do you work? Yeah, I work. And, I have 2 fridges at work, and it's full of things like watermelons and this and that and the whole thing. And we're trying to give them a break. It's like, well, are you counting the rinds of the watermelon? The part you throw away.
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to give this guy an out.
Right.
And he kept saying, I have no skin in the game, no horse in this race. I'm just telling you, this is what I do. And I'm one of the fastest ultra runners. I don't make money on this and all that. Turns out he was a lying asshole, because he ran a fruitarian camp where he would make north of $1 million a year on a 2-week camp up in upstate New York. And then he went to jail for fraud on something else.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Michael Ornstein. It took me a minute to think of his name. His name was Michael Ornstein. So you can look up Michael Ornstein. I think he's from your group there, Gina.
Oh no.
And he went to jail because he tried to defraud a judge. He's one of those narcissists that thinks he knows more than everyone else, and literally tried to defraud a judge.
Wow. Yeah, his website comes right up. He with lots of smiling pictures, lots of making muscles, about my job. Although my passion is fruit and fitness focused, I pay my bills. Yeah, he's an entrepreneur adventures. Yeah. Oh, and a jewelry line.
Oh, he's got that now.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, he's a real piece of shit. Yeah, we it was one of the weirdest podcasts I've ever done, because it went off the rails at some point. I was trying to be nice to the guy, but at some point he got belligerent. I guess his blood sugar went low. And he went 30 minutes without eating fruit, so something had to drop.
Yeah, there's something here called the no meat athlete.
Yeah, he's something else. So he's back out there doing it again. So he's out of jail and he's back at it, folks. So you want to follow that idiot, go follow him. But yeah, I mean, all of these guys, there was a few, there was one, what's that fruit that smells like dog shit?
Durian. I've eaten it. Yeah. It was horrible.
Yeah, there was another guy, Durian something, and he would always like write shit about me on the internet. Yeah, he claimed he ate 50 bananas a day. It's like, come on, what are we doing? 50 bananas and durian fruit? Are you kidding me?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Your mouth smells like an asshole. Yeah, it's got to, by definition.
Well, I'm so glad I brought this up, because we're talking about sugar, and we're talking about Twix, and we're talking about monk fruit and honey. I guess fruit is not victim, fruit is not innocent in this.
No,
all these tropical fruits, like you said, when you said your liver doesn't know the difference, it's not healthy because you're having a fruit salad with ambrosia salad with Cool Whip.
Yeah. Wait, hang on, what's that again?
Ambrosia salad with fruit salad, where you just cut up pieces of fruit, you mix it with Cool Whip, because it's used to be in every diet book on the planet.
Come on.
Low fat Cool Whip, you mix it up with all of your fruit, with your watermelon.
You mean the stuff that comes in the tub?
Yes.
And that's called.
You've never heard of this? You've never heard of this?
First off, I've never had Cool Whip. Let's start with that.
Okay. You've never tasted Cool Whip. Whip. Okay, if you say so. Yeah,
I've never had Cool Whip. I can guarantee you that.
It's fruit salad with like Cool Whip, but then
you take some apples or something, you chop them up.
You chop up watermelon, apples, grapes, whatever, and then you mix it with Cool Whip, and it's a low-fat treat when you're dieting, especially all through the 80s. Where have you been?
Apparently not living. I will. Don't even ask me to bring Cool Whip in, because that's a chemical shitstorm. It's nothing but a seed oil. I refuse to put that in my mouth.
I know people who
would
smoke a certain amount of marijuana and put Cool Whip in the freezer and then eat it like ice cream. Not me,
Really?
but I know. Oh yeah, cheap thrills.
Yeah, that stuff is that's just a chemical shitstorm. You know, I would rather see people get that stuff before,
The
because
easy,
that's actual.
The Ready Whip.
Yeah, that's actual dairy in that thing. Of course, it's laden with sugar, but Cool Whip is just like a seed oil or something.
Yeah. All right, I promise. Now, I do have something horrible planned for Easter. And it's not Peeps. I'll give you that. It's not Peeps, but I have something absolutely horrible for you planned around the Easter holiday when it comes to something you're going to have to taste.
You're going to tell me now next week? No, wait, just wait.
I'm going to wait.
All right, folks.
I'm pretty excited.
You know what to do. We all go shopping on Amazon. Go to my Amazon page. The first thing you're going to see is the book, My Extra Mom by Gina Grad. It's taken the world by storm. Stepmoms everywhere are saying, well, how did I live without this book? They have no idea. You want to get this book because there's going to be a series and you want to get them. Gina, if someone wanted to get you to sign a copy, how do they do that? Can you do it?
I'm glad you asked, because I've just become able to do this. Just go to twitter.com/GinaGrad, and it's pinned right to the top. I will send you a signed book and a little gift. And I'm happy to do it. And I'll give you all the directions, twitter.com/GinaGrad. And I have the soft cover, the hardcover, and the Kindle. Right now I'm 1, 2, and 4 in children's books. I'm beating my beloved Babysitters Club that I grew up reading.
Good.
So I'm very honored, and I appreciate everyone who's supported this idea.
Folks, go get the book. Go through VinnieTortorich.com. That's the way we keep everyone paid around here, including Gina. Yeah. Gina's double dipping now. Look at that. We also, did I mention a promo code in this show? We have a promo code at NSNG Foods.
Do it again.
The Ultra Fat. I think we mentioned it in the last show. So the Ultra Fat, we have a promo code. Go check it out. 20% off right now for the month of March. So you want to go do that. I'm not pure. Ultra Fat over at NSNG Foods. Month of March, 20% off. Promo code Vinnie, VINNIE, no wimpy Y, will get you that 20% discount. Even if you're getting a subscription, you get the 20% off, and then you go down to the subscription price, which is cheaper than the regular price. So it's a win-win-win over at NSNG Foods. Nickel and Diamond Me PDF is out there. It's the NSNG ebook. Everyone seems to love that, so you can go check that out. On behalf of Miss Gina Grad, my name is Vinnie Tortorich. Put life into living and do it with enthusiasm.